Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry about last week. As I was writing, I saw the news that the big abomination of a bill passed both houses and was signed into law by the president in name only. We are in the heart of what I have dubbed Freedom Season, which runs from May 1st to July 31st, and it is hard, but we have to fight back in whatever ways we can. I find it interesting how we forget how much normal people, like you and me, fought through direct action and nonviolent civil disobedience, but how much we still have left to do. We might have celebrated the 4th, which was a Friday this year, by cooking out and or watching fireworks. I know I did. However, I find that non-disabled and even some disabled people from all walks of life take their freedom for granted, not realizing how in an instant their freedom and civil rights could be stripped from them at any moment. They could be forced into nursing homes and other institutions as they age and need long-term care, or worse, have no care and try to microwave a TV dinner and end up severely burned. They do not understand the fumigant of their freedom and independence, and unfortunately when they do, it will be too late. Yes, we fought the Revolutionary War against King George III for independence because he excluded us from having a voice in Parliament. But we, as a nation, still have a long way to go to fully realize the American dream. And on July 3rd of 2025, Congress pushed us back. They push us back. This is what I do not get about people, and maybe that is why I produce these videos so people can learn the truth, not from a news organization, because they are in it for the money, but a real person like me or Tennessee Brando. People need to learn the truth and come to the harsh reality. Many people around the world see our nation, the United States of America, as a beacon of hope in this oftentimes troubled and broken world, and it is. We have a legal pathway to citizenship. Most countries do not have that luxury. In most countries, you or your parents must be born there. Only 33. When I started writing this video last week, I thought it would be a celebration of America, not a video where I have to bring politics in. But folks, we are here now. If you have been following me on my social media platforms, you would know that I am very unhappy with the administration at the moment, as well as Congress. I was told that I was living in an alternative reality by supporting a Democrat, but this is not Jerry Springer, The Biggest Loser, Fear Factor, or even The Apprentice. Those shows were made for purely entertainment. Even Judge Jerry, The short-lived television show was not real. I met Jerry Springer at the Democratic Convention. My dad was in awe, but my mom just rolled her eyes and said, "Come on, Jim." My dad was trying to get Jerry to do a show on disability, but my mom said the closest thing he will do is wrestling midgets. Heck, the show Judge Jerry was not even filmed in a courtroom setting. He filmed it in the room of his house during the pandemic. This is real life, and people that cheer this on, like this is some sort of wrestling match, makes me sick. Heck, I thought the character of Dolores Umbridge, who used blood quills on students and later put witches and wizards were on trial, was extreme. It is fun to read and write villains. It is fun to dissect their thoughts, motivations, and character in videos, but they can also teach us what to look for out here in the real world. We have seen teachers like Umbridge in the real world. It is a whole another thing to see them not on page or on screen, but in real life. I knew what was coming. That is why I made a video explaining the Trump Bible last year. I knew what a con Trump was even before 2016. I thought we were better than this. I thought we had moved away from cheering on a man who cares about power and greed only, but apparently, I am the fool. I am the fool who supports quality candidates. I am the fool who supports equality for everyone. I am the fool who tries to go to church, who sits on picket lines, who wants to see humanity do better. I am the fool who tries living out the gospel. I am the fool who was laughed at for not supporting a man who I know was evil from the start. I know one thing. I know that as an unapologetically proud gay disabled Lutheran who loves America, I know I am on the right side of history. So yay, mock me. Yay, go ahead. It is the best form of flattery there is. Know this, when the fire is finally out, and everything around us is charred, I will be the one who says, "See, I told you so." But then I will turn to you and say, "Okay, how do we rebuild together? How do we make it better than it was before?" People will walk away with us holding the bag. People will say, "Good thing it was not my house." Because despite our differing political beliefs, we are all humans and we need to lift each other up. President George W. Bush was a good president. Yes, going into Iraq was a mistake. However, he did not turn his back on America. When it was his time to hand it over to President Obama, he did it with grace and dignity. Yes, Hillary not sending troops into Benghazi was a mistake too. Do I fault President Bush or Hillary for their mistakes? Yes, but I would vote for one of them over a reality host any day. To those who say, oh, he is not collecting his salary, he is donating it. Yes, but it is because he is making 10 times his government salary. You see, businessmen do not make good presidents. Television personalities do not make good presidents. They know how to get around the laws. They are in it for themselves. I voted for my Republican senator. Back in 2004, I voted for Arlen Specter. I think I have split my vote up until 2016. I would be okay with John McCain as president, because despite Sarah Palin, who turned her life into a reality show, I liked and respected him. However, the guy in that Oval Office don't care about you, would mock me, and would walk away from a mess that the next real president will have to deal with. We will get through this together and come out hopefully as a stronger nation. I feel that we will. We have to stay focused, stay engaged, and stay on point. Stay strong. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Please follow me on my social media accounts. Links are in the description below. I will see you soon.